Okay class, today we're going to look at manufactured boards or man-made boards. Now these boards are made using new materials and sometimes recycled materials. Now they normally come in a size of about 2.4 by 1.2 metres wide and long, or 8 feet by 4 feet, and the typical thicknesses range from about 4mm up to 25mm. Now these boards all provide a wide, flat, stable piece of material. So they can be used in various applications, but most of it is inside. Only one of these materials can be used outside. So we'll go and look at these a bit more in depth. What we're going to look at, class, is plywood. Now plywood is made by gluing together thin layers of wood or plies. Now it's very very thin shavings are taken off a log of a tree, much the same way as what happens when you sharpen your pencil. Now these layers, these plies, are glued together at 90 degrees to each other. So you have one going one direction with the grain, second one going the opposite direction, and then the third one is the top of that, going the same direction as the first one. This creates a lot of strength. Now these layers can be multiplied up, but you always have that odd number. So you'll have 3, 7, 9 layers or plies. Okay. Now this type of plywood, one of these types of plywood can be used with waterproof glue, and that's called marine plywood. Now that can be used underwater. Apart from that, all other plywoods can't be used, can't be gotten wet. They're very very useful for making like desktops, furniture, things like that. Okay. The next manufactured board we're going to look at is MDF, or medium density fiberboard. Now this is created by gluing wood pulp and shavings and things like that together. It's mixed with waxes and glues and then pressed in huge pneumatic presses. Okay. Now this comes in the same sort of thicknesses, so you'll get this from 4mm up to 25mm. Now it's dead easy to cut. It's a wee bit, you don't get fine edges on it, but it's a very very flat and a very very stable board. You'll probably experience some of this in the workshop. Okay. Bit dusty when it's cut, so you need to watch out for the excess dust. Apart from that, it's a very good stable board that takes paint finish well. MDF. The board we're going to look at is chipboard. Now chipboard uses waste sawdust, which is all mixed together with glue and put in a press to produce these big wide flat boards. Now it's a good way of recycling materials, but it's not a very strong product. It cuts well, it's easy enough to cut, but you're always left with this rough finish. Now chipboard can be used a lot for IKEA furniture. It's used a lot for kitchen work surfaces, which are covered with a laminated surface. It's quite a heavy product, very cheap, but it is very flat. So the next material we're going to look at is blockboard. Now this is not a common material. This has been superseded by MDF. You'll find it very difficult to buy this nowadays, but you may come across it from time to time. What it is basically strips of solid wood, all glued together with 2 layers of thin plywood, top and bottom, creating a kind of sandwich. It's a very very heavy material, and it used to be used traditionally for countertops and tabletops, but as I say, it's not a common material nowadays. You may be lucky to see it at all. So the next material we're going to look at today is hardboard. Now hardboard is a thin board material. It's only going to be between 4 and 6mm thick. It's made the same way as MDF, but when it's made, what you have is a smooth surface and a rough surface. You'll see that in the picture above. Now hardboard is used a lot for the backs of wardrobes, for the bottoms of drawers, and it's used in construction to level out an uneven floor before it's tiled. So that's hardboard. So, a quick recap, class. Manufactured or man-made boards. They come in big sheets, typically 2.4 by 1.2mm wide. They're not very good for using outside, but they do provide a very flat and even surface. Only the one material, which is marine ply, we can use outside, and some of these boards are made with both recycled and new materials. So there you go, that's your manufactured boards.